Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, NASCAR Cup Series, race 17 of the 2026 season. I am 12-6 in my overall picks, which is very awesome. And after that, an amazing O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race with Austin Hill getting the victory there at Navy Base at Coronado. I'm 11-6 in the O'Reilly Series this year. All right, the Anduril 250 tomorrow, 255 miles. On this 3.4 mile street course there on the Navy Base at Coronado. 75 laps, 3 stages, 20, 20, and 35. Obviously, we saw a lot today in the O'Reilly Series race and a lot yesterday in the Craftsman Truck Series race. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll be the first one to say I enjoyed it. Were there things that could have went differently? Yeah. I mean, do I agree with Corey Day getting his laps back in that first caution when the lid went through his radiator and then get to change the radiator stuff? Hell yeah, I agree with that. I understand what NASCAR did. And a lot of people I saw online at the time did not. And I want to explain it real quick before we get into this race. Because it was something track related. And I know somebody brought up on X, 2004. Jeff Gordon, a piece of concrete from Martinsville, went through his radiator, and he wasn't allowed to fix it. 22 years later, something like this happens, and they do it. I mean, okay. Here's the thing, then. We can make, and a lot of people say this opens a Pandora's box. No, it doesn't. No Pandora's box. If a sewer lid, round lid that's on the streets, if a sewer lid that was welded down breaks and goes through your radiator, you get your laps back and you get to change your radiator. Simple. If a piece of concrete comes off of Martinsville and you don't, sorry, that's different. Because that was a piece of concrete, this is the lid. This is the lid that's made to come off. The weld broke. Piece of concrete, it's not made to come up, correct. Oh well. So it's not hard. It's not no Pandora's box. It's going to be every week. No, it's not. You know, the only thing I wish NASCAR would have done, red flagged it a little sooner, and maybe I think they could have done this easily. Is red flagged it, let them fix it, fix the sewer lid like they did. I think they shouldn't have ran the caution laps. Once Corey Day's car got fixed, bring the yellow out, but leave the field on pit road. Let him make his laps up, because I understand they could have electronically done it, but then he would have had a fuel advantage, and that's not fair. I like the fact they let him make it up on track, because plus with the transponders and stuff, you have to do the loops. Yeah, that's part of the electronic scoring works. So agree with that 100%. Just wish we could have red flagged sooner and maybe parked the field while he made his laps up and got the trucks off. Because that was almost ugly, that incident. Ooh. But, so, loved it. I cannot wait till tomorrow. I think tomorrow's race is going to be absolutely amazing. All right, so, here's the numbers I'm using to pick the winner of this. Hey, I did it for Austin Hill. I did it for Lane Riggs in the Truck Series. Let's see if we can do it in the Cup Series as well. Obviously, we know Shane Van Gisbergen is the favorite, by far. But I have some other options of people who could win if Shane has an issue. All right, so in the 25 road/street course races in the Gen 7 era, Shane Van Gisbergen average finish 6.71 with 7 wins. Chris Buescher 9.76 with a win. Tyler Reddick 9.88 with 4 wins. Chase Elliott 10.07 average finish, no wins. Christopher Bell 11.26 and 2 wins. Michael McDowell 12.4 and a win. William Byron 14.16 and 2 wins. A.J. Allmendinger 14.28 and a win. Ty Gibbs 14.9 and Alex Bowman 15.08 and a win. In the last 12 races, so we're talking 24, 25, and the 2 races in 26, Shane Van Gisbergen average finish of 6.91 with 6 wins. Tyler Reddick 8.46 and a win. Christopher Bell 9.61 and a win. Chris Buescher 11.0 and a win. Michael McDowell 11.53. Chase Elliott 12.0. A.J. Allmendinger 15.0, Alex Bowman 15.0 and a win, Ryan Blaney 15.07, and William Byron 15.30 and a win. If you look at just the last 8, the 6 last year, the 2 this year, Shane Van Gisbergen average finish of 1.75 and 6 wins. he didn't win the 2 COTA races last year and this year, and he finished 6th and 2nd. Tyler Reddick 7.12 in a win. Christopher Bell 7.62 in a win. Michael McDowell 10.37. Chase Elliott 11.37. Chris Buescher 11.75. AJ Allmendinger 12.87. Ty Gibbs 13.25. Chase Briscoe 13.25. Ryan Preece 14.75. Now I went ahead and added the 2 races this year as well, kind of breaking it down a little bit more, because as we know, this car has been around. This is year 5. Each year, these teams get a little better and better. The big teams rise to the top. They figure things out. Setups change, tires change. Things are changing on this car, and the car that we have today is not the same car that we raced in 2022 and even 2023. So a lot of things have changed and migrated and gotten better. I don't think anything has gotten worse, but we've got the 750 horsepower package now, the low downforce on the road courses and tracks less than 1.5 miles. So I think those things will make this race different than some of the Chicago Street races as well. So the 2 road course races that you're talking about, COTA and Watkins Glen, obviously we got San Diego Coronado tomorrow, and then we have Sonoma next week, and that's it for road courses in 2026. Shane Van Gisbergen, average finish 1.5 in a win. Tyler Reddick 3.0 in a win. Michael McDowell 3.5. Ty Gibbs 3.5. AJ Allmendinger 8.0. Ryan Blaney 9.5. Christopher Bell 12.0. Austin Dillon 12.5. Denny Hamlin 13.5. And John Hunter, average finish of 13.5. Now, if we just kind of look back at those 3 street races at Chicago, because what I've learned is road course racing at a fixed road course like a Watkins Glen, Sonoma, Road America is going to be different than the street course race. And I do this in the IndyCar as well. I separate it between road course, street course, and ovals. So if you look at just the 3 street courses in Chicago, Ty Gibbs had an average finish of 4.66. This is a street course, a little bit longer than Chicago, a little bit different, but we still have the different pavements. We have it's almost like a ramp going into turn 2 there, but we have those sharp turns. We have a 90-degree turn. We have just the way the normal streets work, and then onto the runways as well. Tyler Reddick 11.0, Ryan Preece 11.0, so he actually ran good there. Chase Elliott 13.3, Shane Van Gisbergen 14.0 with 2 wins. He had a 40th place finish in 2024, so it makes the average finish look a little wonky. Joey Logano also 14.0 average finish. Michael McDowell 14.66. Denny Hamlin 15.0. Alex Bowman 15.33 in that win. And Zane Smith 15.5. Now, average finish doesn't tell the full picture. So a lot of times I look at average running position for different tracks, like I will at Sonoma next week, and we did last week as well. So I'm going to look at the average running position at all the road courses since 2022. Shane Van Gisbergen 8.19. Tyler Reddick 10.81. Christopher Bell 11.25. Chase Elliott 12.73. AJ Allmendinger 12.92. We look at just the street races, because you remember some of these teams will go ahead and short pit the stage. They'll pit the end of the stage and stay out, and they may run long. There's different strategies, so it's going to put you in different places on the track. So at the 3 street races at Chicago, Ty Gibbs 6.36 average running position. Tyler Reddick 7.98. Christopher Bell 10.7. Shane Van Gisbergen 10.93. AJ Allmendinger 12.79. All right, as we look at points, we have 10 races left until we get to the chase for the championship. So we got 1 more race left on Prime, and then 5 races on TNT, and some of those will be simulcast on HBO Max as well. And then we get over to the NBC USA part of the season. Tyler Reddick, 5 wins, down to a 19-point lead. He at one point, I think he was like, almost 3 races? He was like at 140, 150 at one point. So we've seen how Denny Hamlin winning 3 straight races had just bring that down. So if you look at that, so Denny Hamlin, let's see here. Before Denny started his win streak here, he was at 122 after race 13. The race before that, see, going into the Coke 600, he was Denny was minus 129. So in the 4 races since the 600, he's went from minus 129 down to 19. Denny's won 3 of those. So that's why those more points per win matters so much this year. Ryan Blaney with a win is minus 165, and Chase Elliott with 2 wins is minus 195. Now, on the other flip side of that, Tyler Reddick is plus 353 to the cut line. Denny Hamlin's plus 334. Ryan Blaney plus 188. Chase Elliott plus 158. Currently 15 points is Ty Gibbs plus 155 with a win. Kyle Larson plus 143. It's amazing. 16 races in the season and no wins for Kyle Larson. That's so nice, isn't it? So hopefully we can get the next 20 wins without Larson winning. That would be just epic. And maybe he can fall a little bit, like, I don't know, 11th in points. That'd be pretty cool, too. Maybe 17th. Ain't going to happen. He's plus 143 to the cut line. Chris Buescher plus 110. Daniel Suarez with the win plus 99. Carson Hocevar with the win plus 98. What if Michael McDowell wins here? He is currently 20th in points. Could you imagine all 3 Spire cars making the chase? How freaking crazy would that be? Christopher Bell's plus 70, William Byron plus 64, Chase Briscoe plus 60, Seabell. It looks like Brent Cruz is on standby. He got some practice time yesterday in the number 20 car. Don't know yet if he's going to race. He's talked about he may try it, he may not. We'll see. A lot of people said, why not just take the week off? He's plus 70 to the cut line. If he takes the week off, he gets 0 points, period, 0. If he at least makes the lap, takes the green flag, comes in, they switch drivers, whatever points that car earns for the race, not the stages, the race, Christopher Bell gets. From my understanding, the stage points won't go to him, but the overall points will. So if Brent Cruz ended up winning, he would get the 55 points for the win. If he finished second, he'd get the 35 and on down. So worst case, he would get like 1 point. So yeah, that 1 point could matter. We know that. So that's why Seabell will at least start the car. I expect him to get out at either the first caution or before the end of the first stage. I just don't know if that risk is going to let him run this demanding track. William Byron plus 64, Chase Briscoe plus 60, Bubba Wallace plus 43. I know he's been on the downward slide lately. Qualified, 11th or 12th here, so he's not a road course racer, but hopefully he can get a good top 15 and hopefully get some points back. 14 points right now, Shane Van Gisbergen plus 10. Yeah, we all know what's going to happen there. Eric Jones, that run last week at Pocono, he's up to 15th plus 4. Austin Cindric is plus 4. We have Brad Keselowski minus 4. Nice little battle there. Joey Logano minus 21. Ryan Preece minus 33. Michael McDowell 20th minus 49. If McDowell could go out there and get 55 points and get that win, that could, and Eric Jones or Austin Cindric has any trouble at all, that could catapult Michael McDowell up into the chase. AJ Allmendinger plus 54. What if he wins this? That'd be absolutely amazing. That team that could do that. Ricky Stenhouse minus 56. Ross Chastain minus 61. Zane Smith and Todd Gilliland teammates tied minus 72. John Hunter minus 78. Riley Herbst minus 84. Austin Dillon minus 98. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about Kyle Busch, how they took him out of the points, and people hated that. That's stupid. Well, here's the thing. Right now, if Kyle Busch, if his name was still in the point standings, he would be 29th in points with 217 points. Noah would be one spot behind him at 214 points. And then Josh Berry would be behind that with 200 points. So he would fall, Kyle would probably fall out of the top 30 in points either this race or the next race. So I'm kind of glad they took him out because that was heartbreaking in 1993 watching Alan Quickie fall to 41st in points and watching Davey Allison fall throughout the year. Same way with 2001 when Dale Earnhardt kept falling in points. I'm glad he did. It was heartbreaking to see that every week. And then 31st in points is Ty Dillon and 32nd is Alex Bowman. And those are the 32 drivers that will be on the head-to-head for the in-season tournament. I know a lot of people have been trashing on that for some reason. I don't understand. It's just for fun, folks. It's Denny Hamlin's idea, and it's actually just for fun. There's no points involved. It doesn't change the race ending. Basically, I think, if I remember right, the first race is Tyler Reddick versus Alex Bowman. Whoever finishes higher moves on. Denny Hamlin, Ty Dillon. Whoever finishes higher moves on. Starts next week at Sonoma. That's all it is. It doesn't change anything. I mean, honestly, Alex Bowman could win the race at Sonoma. Tyler Reddick could finish second. And in the in-season tournament, Alex Bowman moves on. That's all. It doesn't change the fact the points. It doesn't get any more points. Nothing. It doesn't change anything. So it's just something fun. I'll have my in-season bracket up done before we get to Sonoma. So early next week, we'll get that video up talking about that as well. All right, NASCAR Fantasy Live. I am out of starts for Tyler Reddick. I very, very, very badly mismanaged my starts. If you play NASCAR Fantasy Live, it's free to play. You get points for it to other rewards. You're allowed to, each driver, 10 starts in the first 26 races. And I fucked that up with Tyler Reddick already. I'm out of starts for Tyler Reddick. I only have a couple starts left for Denny Hamlin. So yeah, I kind of fucked that all up. But that's okay. We're going to still have fun with it. It is what it is. So for this race, Shane Van Gisbergen, plenty of starts left for him. AJ Allmendinger, plenty of starts left for him. I'm putting Connor Zilic in there. More, I don't think he's going to win, but more like maybe a top 10. Give me some points there. Chase Elliott and Ty Gibbs rounds out the starters, and I got Michael McDowell in the garage. So long as I can get McDowell in there, if somebody's having trouble before the end of stage 2, then I'm golden. On the head-to-heads there were 10 points each. I got Ryan Blaney over Denny Hamlin. I got Connor Zilic over Kyle Larson. I got Shane Van Gisbergen over Tyler Reddick, and I got Ty Gibbs over Chase Elliott. Now, I do 4 picks to win. Typically, those 4 picks are part of my NASCAR Fantasy lineup, but since I have out of starts for Tyler Reddick's one of my picks to win. I think he could do it, get his 6th win of the year. But the 4 picks are going to be Shane Van Gisbergen, Ty Gibbs, Tyler Reddick, and Michael McDowell. All right, that is the Anduril 250 from the Navy base at Coronado there in San Diego, California. I've absolutely thought these 2 races were awesome. Was there issues? Yes. Is there issues anytime you go to a track the first time? Yes. We've seen this throughout NASCAR history. Kentucky, that's an oval, but what do people complain about when that could get in and out of that place? That's why it's not on the schedule no more. Do I think Coronado is going to be an ongoing? No, I don't. Maybe next year, maybe. We'll see. Possibly, I can still go back to Mexico City next year and not go here. I think this is kind of a stopgap. But the fact it was 2 years in the making, it may not have been a stopgap. We'll see. Yeah. Otherwise, as always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports sound content.